Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Musings with Mayuri. So last week I had shared this PDF on my Telegram channel where I had listed down all the important current affairs topics for June 2024. I felt these topics to be important keeping in mind the prelims as well as the main syllabus. I got a few queries from aspirants regarding how to go about with preparing these topics, like what dimensions to cover, what to note down, how to collect facts, figures, etc. So I thought of making a video to address all those queries. Let us get started. To access that PDF, please do join my Telegram channel Musings with Mayuri 812. Let us get started now. So the first topic that I picked up was from GS1, that is New Nalanda University. So how do we prepare this topic? See, there was one PYQ which was asked in 2014 regarding Takshila University. So keeping in mind this question and the dimensions that were covered in this question, we will prepare a one-pager note on Nalanda University as well. First, I'll read the question for you so that we'll get an idea about the dimensions that were asked. See, Takshila University was one of the oldest universities of the world with which were associated a number of renowned learned personalities of different disciplines. Its strategic location caused its fame to flourish, but unlike Nalanda, it is not considered as a university in the modern sense. Discuss. So what dimensions could we extract from here? See, they have asked about the renowned learned personalities of different disciplines. So personalities, disciplines, these two are the keywords, and it is not considered as a university in the modern sense, unlike Nalanda. So university in modern sense, this is the third keyword. Now how will we go about preparing notes for Nalanda University? See, first please note down like it was founded by whom, during which dynasty. Okay, then the personalities that came to Nalanda University and studied here, and the disciplines that were taught at Nalanda University. No need to do everything, just look at a few disciplines so that if any question is asked in mains, you can write at least one or two examples, right? So just don't collect a lot of information, just 5 to 6 pointers, and for every pointer, one or two examples. If you can collect examples, data, facts, or anything that we find relevant, we'll add. Will not collect a lot of information. And also do see like this region of Nalanda University. See, it was very important from the perspective of Buddhism and Jainism as well. So do go and read that and add it in your notes, and also write down a few reasons why Nalanda University can be considered as a university in modern sense. Right? So this is how you use the PYQs, and whatever topics are in news, you just relate it with the static portion and the PYQs and make notes out of it. Okay. So next, GS2 topic, that is US-China trade war and impact on India. So what to do here? So just see what is the trade war all about. See, US has increased tariffs on Chinese imports, right, on different products like aluminium, semiconductors, critical minerals, etc. So what would be the likely impacts of it on India, the positive impacts as well and the negative impacts? Like note down five pointers under each head, like 5 positives, 5 negatives, that will do the job. Okay. So next topic, like China's gray zone warfare tactics and its impact. See, it's not that important, but just do have a look what is meant by gray zone warfare. Okay. So just read it. Don't make any notes out of this as of now. Just go and read it. That's all. And Indo-Pacific region. See, what is Indo-Pacific region? One thing also notice, for every topic, if you're making notes from mains perspective, don't forget that you don't forget to add an introduction and the conclusion. Okay, I have not written it in this document, but it is, please do make sure that uh, on all the topics you have relevant introduction and conclusion and the following dimensions that I have mentioned in this PDF. Okay, so coming to Indo-Pacific region, just mention the significance, right? What is the significance of this region and what are the challenges that we have been seeing in this region, and do mention 2 to 3 initiatives that have been taken to safeguard the interests of this region particularly, right? And a way forward. Just five points. Okay, and see the question also, like how they have asked. I have attached one snippet here. The newly tri-nation partnership AUKUS is aimed at countering China's ambitions in the Indo-Pacific region. See, they have asked about one initiative, right, to safeguard the interests of the Indo-Pacific region, right? So that will form the basis based on which we will make notes on Indo-Pacific region, okay? Is it going to supersede the existing partnerships in the region? Discuss the strength and impact of AUKUS in the present scenario, right? Okay, next topic is India-Bangladesh relations. See, the introduction and conclusion for the topic goes like you have to make note of it. And I have, added a snippet here. These are from my notes. See how to cover different dimensions, the static aspect. See, many people ask me like how to cover IR static. Like, should I do it at the end? Should I do it, after completing all the syllabus, or when to do it? I don't know how to do it. So I have just shown you here. You don't have to do anything much. See, just see why India and Bangladesh were a news recently, and then the static aspect of it goes as I've provided here. See, the context of the relations, right? Treaty of Friendship 1972 forms the basis. Then see the geo-economic aspect of the relations, like I've given here: trade. Then India gives lines of credit to Bangladesh, right? And India is also helping Bangladesh in development of inland water transit and trade, right? So just go through the geo-economic dimensions, then come to geostrategic, right? Friendly Bangladesh is important for us. Why? So that its soil is not used for anti-India activities, right? And cooperation with Bangladesh also helps us in safeguarding the interests of Northeast India, right? So that the soil of Bangladesh is not used as a safe haven by anti-insurgent, anti-India insurgent groups, right? So all these things I have given here. Just go through this and make notes. Just collect 3 to 4 pointers for every dimension, right? Then coming to geopolitical. So yes, geopolitical is like Bangladesh is an important, it forms an important component of our neighborhood first policy and Act East policy as well. Like, it forms the bridge between South Asia and Southeast Asia, right? And then we have resolved our maritime boundary issues. Land boundary agreement is also there. So make a note of this. Then multilateral cooperation, that India and Bangladesh can be seen together on various forums such as SAARC, BIMSTEC, etc. Then what are the people to people initiatives, capacity development programs that India has been carrying out, which is helping Bangladesh, like National Knowledge Network. And then we also give training to Bangladesh police officials, judicial officials, right? Then coming to infrastructure, like we have several infrastructure development projects, like this Akhaura Agartala rail link. Then we have Maitri Express, Bandhan Express, right? Then we have also agreed on the construction of India Bangladesh friendship pipeline. There are 4 border hearts between India and Bangladesh. Then we have cooperation in the energy domain as well. Like, we export 2000 megawatt of electricity to Bangladesh, and then there is one power plant in Jharkhand where we are generating electricity and 100% like exporting it to Bangladesh, right? So just go through this and make notes, okay? And then you also have to see what are the challenges and relations between India and Bangladesh, that I have not added here, but note down the challenges and also the way forward, right? How can India Bangladesh relations be made better? Like, they could be made better, right? So just note down. And then similarly you have to do for India Japan relations as well. The dimensions I've given above here, whatever you will be doing for India Bangladesh, same thing: introduction, all these above dimensions, then challenges and relations, way forward, and a conclusion, okay? Now coming to Indus Water Treaty, what you should be covering here. See, what is Indus Water Treaty, right? When was it negotiated? Like, World Bank brokered the negotiations of Indus Water Treaty between India and Pakistan, right? So just, what is it, right? And India has been recently demanding for renegotiation of the treaty. So there could be a question, should the Indus Water Treaty be renegotiated, or it should not be renegotiated? Collect 5 pointers and then a way forward, right? Next, coming to the next topic, that is minilaterals, escort. So just go through what is escort, right? And then also what should you be doing is, see what are minilaterals, its significance, and what challenges could minilaterals pose. and a way forward. Introduction, conclusion, right? So this way you have to cover. Then coming to GS3, tourism sector in India. So what to do? Collect an introduction. Like you could start, if a question is asked, like you could start with an introduction like tourism sector contributes so much percent to India's GDP, right? So something like that you could start with, and then whatever the question is asked, like the mains PYQ, the dimension you could cover accordingly. So what to make note of here, the challenges in tourism sector and what initiatives have been taken by the government, right? And see for any best practices, like we could go for sustainable tourism, right? So something like that. So see for best practices. You will get this in any coaching magazine or on in the internet, or when you're reading the newspaper, you will come across something very good. Just make a note of these small things and then a way forward. Okay. Then the next topic would be quantum computing. So what to do here? This is a science and technology topic. So what is quantum computing? Then a very important aspect in all the science and technology topics is like you have to know the applications. Like where is quantum computing used? Note down at least 5 applications, okay? And then the benefits of it, the challenges and initiatives that we have taken, right? And way forward, right? Just note down 5 pointers under all these domains. Then talking about Aditya L1 mission, see, there is less probability that this question will be asked in 2025 mains. We were expecting one question in 2024 mains because last year Chandrayaan was asked in 2023 mains. However, there was no question this year, but I'll just give you an example like how you could prepare such topics. See, first is significance of the mission. See, use this PYQ 2023 PYQ as a reference. I'll read it out once. What is the main task of India's third moon mission which could not be achieved in its earlier mission? List the countries that have achieved this task. Introduce the subsystems in the spacecraft launched and explain the role of the virtual launch control center at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, which contributed to the successful launch from Sriharikota. Right? So first is significance. Like what is the main task there was? So what is the main task of Aditya L1 mission? Right? So just note down. That means significance. Okay. Then list the countries that have achieved this task. Like you could also see how many countries have launched a solar missions. Right? So just note down 3 to 4 countries, right? Or maybe all the countries. Many countries will not have done this, so just note down all the countries and the components that were associated with this L1 mission, right? There were, I think, 7 components or something. Please make a note of that, like the names of the components and its significance of what is it used for, just on one line, not more than that, right? And the challenges, right? What could be the challenges of this mission, right? And a way forward. Okay, so just use this PYQ and you will get the dimensions. Now I have given few value addition pointers as well, and I've also told like where to use it, so you could use it directly. I won't go about explaining this part because I've written everything here itself. Now talking about the prelims part. So see, I have categorized the topics into different segments like general topics. Then we have art and culture and GI tags. Then we have international relations. Then schemes and initiatives, committees, reports and indices. And then we have various declarations. Then exercises in news, species in news, mapping, world mapping and India mapping. Okay. So I'll just tell you what to do. Yeah, see this topic first. Managed care organizations is a very simple, just one liner. Just see what is managed care organization. That's it. I've written it here in the bracket. Only that aspect you need to cover. Then next is Agniban, right? So just see what it is. Okay. That's it. No need to make any detailed or elaborate notes. That is why I've categorized them under the prelims head. Okay, there could be a question like what is, if a question is asked, like one liner could be asked, that's all, right? So just make note accordingly. Then what is living will, right? Then recombinant proteins, what is it? What is the application? Then Unified India Organic Logo. See what is this thing and who has developed it. Like APIDA and FSSAI, they have developed this Unified India Organic Logo. So here, what else you need to cover is you also need to cover APIDA and FSSAI. Like what are these organizations? Are they statutory or not? If they are statutory, they are under which act? Right? So cover all these aspects and what do they do basically? One or two lines. Like a question could be asked, FSSAI is under Ministry of Commerce or something like that. So you should be able to write, you should be able to at least gauge if it is true or not, right? So just see which under which ministry FSSAI is, right? And make notes. Then see what is bio cover. Like biocover is basically for reducing methane emissions from landfills, right? So they could ask you one question. See, I have attached one snippet here. Biorock technology is talked about in which one of the following situations? Similarly, they could ask you biocover is talked about in which one of the following situations? To control pollution, right? To control methane emissions from landfills. That is the answer. So just such questions may be framed. Then go through what is world's largest grain storage plant. Then Phenome India project. Then open network for digital commerce. Like what is it? Under which ministry? Then see what is Preston curve. Like what is the x coordinate? What is the y coordinate? Right? So that you will get an idea of what it is. Then hydroxyurea. Then sickle cell anemia. See, don't get confused with anemia. Anemia is different and sickle cell anemia is different. So to make certain topics easier for you, like you could use these images. This I got from internet only, so you could just go attach these images in your notes. If you're making digital notes, it's easy. Even if you're not, you can just download these images and keep it in your phone, so that whenever you're free you can go through these images. You'll clearly get to know okay, what is happening in sickle cell disease, right? So yeah, and there was one question in 2023 prelims, if I'm not wrong. Yes. So they had asked about anemia mukta Bharat strategy. So they ask you such things. Then if you know the disease, like how it is caused, is there any remedy to cure that disease? Such things become very easy answering such questions. You don't have to specifically know about anemia mukta Bharat strategy. Even if you have a fair idea about what is anemia, what is it, how is it caused, like what is its cure, you'll be able to arrive at the answer, right? It'll help you in developing that intuition to solve these questions in prelims. Okay, so please make a note. Then go through special category status. What is it? Then base erosion and profit shifting. See, there was a PYQ as well before, so it becomes important. Just a one liner key what it is. Okay, then what is sticky inflation? Then we have something called xylitol, which is an artificial sweetener. See the names of other artificial sweeteners as well, right? We have aspartame, I think stevia, all these. So just collect names of at least 5 to 6 sweeteners, so that if questions are asked, like they might ask you one question, they might give you the names of 3 sweeteners and ask you what are these. Okay, one of the options will be sweeteners and other fungus, this that, so you can take the correct answer, right? So do these things. Then just remember that 2025 will be International Year of Quantum Science and Tech. Okay, then what is bioluminescence? Just see what it is, because sometimes it becomes very easy to answer question. There was this question in 2023 prelims. In one of the options they had mentioned this word bioluminescent. So if you know what it means, it becomes very easier. Anyways, you could have solved this question, but if you know something, you will become more sure of the option that you're choosing, right? So just Google the term. Then see about Satnami community. What is it? Like followers of which Bhakti saint? Is it like Saguna or Nirguna? Like does it belong to Saguna school or Nirguna school? Okay. Then see what are Artemis Accords, because India has recently joined this. Just go through it. Then what is EFLOW ecological monitoring system? Then see what is Matsya 6000 submersible. And when you'll be going through this, you'll also come across Deep Ocean Mission. So just make a note of it as well. Then what is Angel Tax? The next topic is eSakshi mobile application. See what it is, okay? Then the term cyber mercenaries, just a one word. What are cyber mercenaries? One liner. Next, UNESCO Creative Cities Network. Recently, Kozhikode was added to this list. So, why it becomes important is, see, you can see this question which was asked in 2024 prelims. See, they have asked about intangible cultural heritage list of UNESCO, like latest inclusion. So, just see this also. What is UNESCO Creative Cities Network? How many cities are there? What are the domains under which the cities have been categorized? Okay, so very factual information. Then just see this word, what is multi-omics. Then geological heritage sites, see what is meant by that and who designates them. And no need to go through the list of sites because it's a very long list, just know these two dimensions. Then the term friend shoring, what is project nexus, then transfat. Okay, simple, just to collect what. Okay, that's it. Then talking about the next segment, that is art and culture and GI tags. See, I have attached one snippet. They have asked three festivals and the states to which it belongs. So similarly, you may collect for the Sambubachi Mela, which takes place in Assam, right? Okay. Next, the list of GI tags. Okay. So every month you can make a list of things that have been given GI tags and maintain this. Okay, they'll you might expect questions on the. See, I have attached some snippets. We'll look at it here. See, India enacted the GI Act 1999 in order to comply with the obligations of what, right? The next question, see, they have asked us, like, which of the following have been accorded GI status, right? So you might expect such a question as well in the future. Then what is Bela block printing? So just see crafts and which states they belong to. That's it. To which state this particular printing, Bela block printing, belongs to. That's all. Then international relations, what to do here? See, International Telecommunication Union, what is it? And check if it is UN body or not. Next topic, Five Eyes Alliance. What is it? Its objectives and the countries which are a part of it. So one thing that you have to note for all the international organizations is like if India is a part of that particular organization or not. Okay. See, sometimes it's not possible to remember the list of all the places. I mean, list of all the countries that are a part of particular organization. So we'll majorly focus on if India is a part of that organization or not. And for few important organizations like G7, G20, BRICS, BIMSTEC, and all, we'll try and remember the names of all the countries because these organizations are very important and the countries are also few. Like I know in G20 there are a lot of countries, but it's easy to remember them. Okay, so we'll focus only on these things, but for every other initiative we'll not try and remember the countries that are a part of it. Okay, next, Biopharmaceutical Alliance, same as above, G7 also, right? And check if G7 has secretariat or not. Then what is COD, objectives, countries. Then what is FATF, what is it, headquarters, its objectives. And here, please make a note of grey list, black list, and the countries which are on grey list, on black list. Okay. Then what is Indus X? Then Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, like what objectives in the countries, and same with the Colombo process as well. See the questions that I've attached here, like they might ask you, see the question, like which of the following is not a member of Gulf Cooperation Council? So of few important organizations, if you know the countries, it'll be easy to answer such questions. Okay, then see the next question. India is a member of which of the above? I told you, right? So just see for all the organizations if India is a member or not. Then one question on G20 is asked. Okay, next, moving to schemes and initiatives. See, these two were in news, just go through it. And one snippet I have attached. See, they have earlier asked about Atal Innovation Mission, right? So that's it, just cover it. Like how to cover, what is the scheme about? It was launched by which ministry? What are the provisions of the scheme? Some important provisions only, not everything about the scheme will become important. Few factual information only, right? So that's it. See here they have asked about MP lads earlier in prelims 2020. So likewise cover these schemes, Ullas, PM Awas Yojana, great scheme, MP lads. See MP lads snippet also I have attached here. Okay. Then committees in news. Okay, recently Usha Thorat committee was in news. So they might ask you, it belongs to, like, it is associated with what? Okay. So just make a note. Then coming to reports and indices. So I've given a list of reports here. What to do is, see, please note down it is released by which of the organizations or who releases it. Okay. This is from prelims perspective, and for mains what to do is one or two important data pointers only. If you feel that you could use it somewhere, just collect it, else no need to collect, just try and remember the factual part only. See, I've attached here the global competitiveness report is published by whom. Okay. Then declarations in news, like Bletchley declaration was recently in news. See, there was one PYQ asked in 2020. They have given like declarations on the left side, and they're asking the subject to which the declarations are related to. Okay. So just see, Bletchley declaration is related to AI. Okay. So likewise, then exercises in news, like HOPEX is between which countries, GIMEX is between which countries, right? Then species in news, like I have given a list of species. Basically what to do is, see, for everything, I mean for all the species this does not hold good, like, but in general what you have to collect is IUCN status, like, right, like vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered. See what it is and in which of the states in India it is found. Is it found outside India? If so, in which countries? No need to remember all the countries. Just remember, like, see, sometimes some species are found only in Northeast India and the countries adjoining Northeast India, like in that range. So try and remember it in that manner. It is not humanly possible to remember all the countries. So just try and have a broad idea so that if a question comes, you can answer it based on your intuition. Then what are the initiatives taken for conservation, if there are any, if the species is endemic to India or not. Okay. Then see what is like, see for all the species, and see here a question is asked like Asiatic lion is naturally found in India only. Okay, so they may ask you such questions, so please collect information, use the PYQs properly. Then the last part is mapping. Here what to do is, see, locate these places on map and see why they were in news. Okay, that's the only thing you have to do. One important aspect here is you should know why they were in news. This is very, very important. Yes. So here, like you can see here, one of the following regions has the world's largest tropical peatland. Okay, so such questions can be answered if you've done mapping well. See, for example, check what are these Pantanal Islands in Brazil. You'll get to know, like you'll get an idea. Okay. Yeah, then talking about mapping in India. So these are the places that I've given. Okay, I'll give you an example what to do. Let's say we have this first one, Holongapar Gibbon Sanctuary. So what to do is, where is the sanctuary located, in which state, what is it famous, what is it famous for? Yes, which species are famous here, their IUCN status, if any notable river that passes through this sanctuary, you can just make a note of it. And sometimes they also ask questions like this, like I have attached one snippet. See, there is this Agasthyamala Biosphere Reserve, which are the national parks and wildlife sanctuaries that are a part of this. So just see if you're reading any national parks, sanctuaries, tiger reserves, if any biosphere reserves, they form a part of any biosphere reserves or what. Just have a look at this information and the states in which they are located. So yes, that's it for this video. I hope you will get an idea how to go about with this current affairs note making. Thank you so much.